Hey guys, welcome back to the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. We had an amazing visit from Shaka and Nicole. They came and saw and they conquered and had an amazing time. Check out their interview. Everyone, this is Mark Blanton from the Real South Africa. We have a couple here all the way from California, and this is
Natasha Blanton, the Real South Africa, the other half of this thing that we do.
and I'm going to let them introduce themselves since they wanted a rah-rah introduction.
So my name is Shaka Hunter, and this is my first time in South Africa.
And my name is Nicole Parr, and this is also my first time.
Okay. Well, obviously the burning question is, what is your first impression of South Africa? Your first impression?
Go ahead, take it.
My goodness. It's nothing like America. I feel like there's a connection with the people, even though like I don't know the people. And also the food, so fresh. It's like people took their time to cook it. They knew that this was special for you, and they never met you. And the food, you could just taste the love in the food.
Those are strong words. I can appreciate that. I have not been able to put it into words how you feel about the food, but yes, you feel like it was prepared with love. I appreciate that.
Yeah. For me, my initial impression was just amazing. Like, wow. Some of the things that kind of initially stand out for me is the connection that people have with each other. Like, back in the States where, your neighbor, you're very disconnected from your neighbors and people that walking on the street, and if it's not about money, they don't want to hear about it. If it's not business, it's weird. So like that's one thing that I've kind of like taken notice is that small moment where you just say hello to a stranger and they'll greet you as if you're a brother or a sister.
Yeah.
And everything else that comes with that is just very community and very upscale as well. They definitely have some beautiful parts in South Africa, and I appreciate that, value it.
Okay, so again, obviously you have a story as far as you coming here. There's a reason why you came, because you could have went anywhere, but you came to South Africa. Why did you guys come to South Africa?
We want the long version of the story.
Okay, I'll give you all the long version.
It's not that long.
So where I began, and I'll start like just growing up in my childhood and stuff like that. But I grew up in a predominantly Mexican town, and with that being said, it was like a very racist town. So being black was not seen as a good thing.
So you was in Southern California, right?
Yeah. At the time, I was in Central Northern California.
Okay.
And so I faced like a lot of like people degrading like my skin and stuff like that. And over time, like I developed like almost a distaste for my own skin color because basic survival says like it's seen as a detrimental.
Yeah.
And fast forward, when towards my adult years, the movie Black Panther came out. Yeah, we all know about Black Panther. So I seen what's possible, and that really struck a chord with me. And how like the community was ran, and how black women were at the forefront and right next to black men, and like I wanted that piece for myself, and that kind of started my journey on like what does being black mean for me. And from then on, like I started doing my own research and researching like what is black culture and just relearning about myself. And I came across the Real South Africa videos with Mark and Tasha, and they put me on. And a lot of the places that they were visiting and the activities that they were doing, like I saw myself doing it as well. And the community and the food that they were eating and the places look like beautiful, like sparkling almost. Definitely had a gleam to it, so like I definitely saw value to come out here, and that's how I made my way.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask, that's how you understand that part, and I thank you for watching our videos and giving us props. But something else had to make you say, I'm doing it. Like, what was that thing that made you say, I'm going now? Because if you remember, you know, you called us after you had already booked. You were like, hey, this, by the way, I just did X, Y, and Z. So explain to me the process to say, this is what I'm doing like right now. Like how'd you get to that point?
That's a good question. Because I've always been the type of person to dive in, you know, like, because when you hesitate, you'll lose out on opportunities and good things and experiences in life. And so, like, after watching like a million of y'all videos, I'm like, before I pay the price, you know, and the price is very reasonable. Like I value the price point. And before I paid the price, before I gave you guys the call, like I already saw value in it. And it's my first time here stepping foot in any country in Africa. So it needed to happen because to dispel all the things that America says about, like, you know, African continents, or like not continents, but countries. Yeah. And I had to just confirm things for myself. And that's kind of what pushed me to like dive in. And on top of that, everything that's going on in America. What's going on there? So, you know, like everything that started, like the Black Lives Matters movement, pricing of housing, and just feeling like you're in a constant rat race of you make good money, but for every $100 that they give, they take back 99. Yeah. You know, and you're stuck in this constant loop of like survival mode and paying off bills and debt. But over here, they're probably like the currency exchange is very reasonable, and I value that. Definitely value that.
Yeah, it's pretty strong right now. It's been strong for a while.
No, so what's your story? Because I know that you guys are newly married. So as far as I'm concerned, this is like congratulatory, celebratory for this year that you guys have been able to endure COVID, being newly married, and then I heard you took the MCAT, we're waiting on the results. So everyone send out good vibes for him on that. But tell me how he convinced you, because unfortunately we have to move when our spouses move. So if you had been adamant about not coming, he would have been like, it's not going to happen. So how did he convince you to come on board?
I think it was more of like slowly showing me the YouTube videos, you know, and he's like, babe, it's gonna be good. He's good at selling things.
I can sell. It's a smile.
Like, I think with COVID, it definitely was a gift and a curse. The gift was that Shaka and I were able to grow as newlyweds and as a couple, and also like self-growth for me. And like I definitely want to eventually have a garden, have my own land, you know, have children and all of those things. And sometimes I feel like it's really impossible to do that in America. And Shaka is very adamant, like, we're going to move to Africa. I'm just like, okay, can we at least visit first? So I think this was like a test run, and he was willing to do the research and find you guys. And he said, I booked the tickets. And I said, what you do? You did what? And he said, I booked the tickets. We going. And he did make sure like the dates were aligned, because I did take the MCAT in September, and he was just making sure that I wouldn't be stressed out. And I am taking some classes online, and that didn't interfere, so it was good to go. And I'm here. I was here for the ride. I love to travel. If a man says he paid for everything, give me a
be like, I got flued out. That's that thing they do back
there. Well, I got it. And so far, it's been great. It's been a great experience, and it opened my eyes to the lies that, you know, America or media has portrayed Africa, and it's showing that you definitely can't believe what you hear. You have to go and see it for yourself. Exactly. And judge it for yourself, because I'm telling you, this is not what they're showing us. And I'm excited that Shaka did that wild thing and swiped his card, and we're here.
Worth it. Yes. Worth every penny, every cent. every change that I made to the itinerary. Like they were very flexible, very understanding.
Yes.
It wasn't like something that was like strictly set in stone. And just it took only a phone call and a couple emails like, hey, like let's switch this out and let's put this in. And we ended up having a very beautiful day today.
Tell me about your day.
Oh,
Look at her face.
It's bringing tears in my eyes.
So today we woke up early in the morning to travel to it was a safari / hot air balloon. And me being from California, I ain't never been in no hot air balloon. So I was like, the view was majestic, and the people were very kind and understanding, and they loved us because we're American, and like we sound different, and like our culture's a little bit different, so they want to inquire, and they're very interested in like what you do, like how did you end up out there? Because a lot of us, you know, especially within our community, like we don't tend to travel to places like this because of all the obstacles placed in front of us. And so when they do see us, they're like, "Oh man," almost like we're celebrities. So like it was a very beautiful day that we had today. Not even talking about yesterday, but we'll get into that.
So and moving forward with just today, tell them about your experience a second ago, because I thought that was pretty dope. Tell them what happened.
I'm still convinced you paid them off. These beautiful young ladies stopped by. Oh, actually, we were looking at the Puma shoes. And they're like, "Oh, are you from America?" And all of this good stuff. And I was like, "Oh yeah." And she's like, "Yeah, I am too." And she's like, "Oh, are you traveling? Do you live here?" And she's like, "Yeah, I live here." And I'm like, "Oh, I'm from California." She's like, "Oh my goodness." And then they wanted to take pictures. And I felt like a superstar, and I was just being me. And it felt good. It felt really good to be loved, just being yourself. And you don't get that in America, especially as a black woman. You know, you're too loud, you're too this. And they said, your accent's so beautiful. And I'm just thinking, like, your accent is beautiful. Yeah, beautiful. And it was just a great exchange. That was really, really beautiful. Black love. It was
we are definitely celebrated here. We are celebrated. Now, that's valuable.
It was really cool.
Yeah, I will tell you that, you know, obviously we had a conversation earlier where you said you guys were on the plane coming here from Atlanta. That was you left the U.S. There wasn't that many black people on the plane, but you would expect because you're coming to Africa.
Yeah.
And you was coming direct. You was coming direct to Johannesburg and whatnot. So a lot of times, you know, South Africans they see us on TV, but they don't ever see us, and it doesn't make any sense because they do welcome us, obviously, you know. And I always say South Africa, it is a playground, bottom line. And I know one South African told me one time, she said, they need to come so we have more people to play with.
I feel that.
Yeah. So that's why those young ladies were like, wow, I've seen so many, African Americans on TV and movies and television shows, but I've never met one.
Yeah.
So
they were so funny. They were like, because it was funny. It's my fault because I was on the store between Adidas and Pumas, but that's neither here nor there. Yeah. And I said, "Oh, there's a pair of Pumas," and I showed her, and I said, "See right here, the 3 stripes." And the little girl said, "You're from America?"
Yeah.
And I was like,
and then we were stuck. The men walked off and did their thing, and we were taking pictures, almost signing up. I just kidding, not the sign up, but we did take pictures.
pretty close and all that.
Yes.
He missed all of that, but she got to experience exactly, the love that happened simply because, we could have easily walked past them, not said anything, just kind of waved or whatever. But once they heard, her accent, they were trying to bring her closer, and that's something that we don't take for granted. Just being part of the community and being accepted. they've been treated well since they've been here, and you can go ahead and tell me about yesterday now.
Okay, so yesterday was overall a beautiful experience. We went to what is it, a town or township called Soweto, and where the Mandela House is located. And with where I grew up, they didn't really like emphasize like the history and what took place with like the Mandela and stuff like that. And so that was like a big learning thing for me as well. We also visited what were those other places as well where they had the 10 laws of like equal rights and things that they put together. And I think it was 1955 they put that in. I could be, my days could be a little, my years could be a little off, but the point was, it was not too long ago that they had to put, equal rights for everybody in place. And a lot of, African people were on the front lines with that. And it kind of like brought me back to like thinking like how the Black Panthers put out their own, codes and rules and laws and stuff like that to better assist us or us within our community.
Absolutely.
And making sure we get treated like with respect. And they have that here, and I see, we saw parts that were, we saw the good, the bad, the ugly as well. And when we were amongst, the people and stuff like that, it was a beautiful exchange where our presence was blessing them and their presence was enriching us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And there, I found a lot of value in that. And people like, I was telling them one story about where us and our tour guide pulled up to the Mandela House, and there's just a gentleman that worked at the Mandela House just chilling on the sidewalk. And when we pulled up, we drove up, and the driver pulled down his window, and he was like, "Oh, you guys look like brothers." And like I was telling Mark, like it was a small moment, but it was the inclusion of like, because they could have just spoken a different language just amongst themselves and not included us, but like they included us. And that's something that I see a lot of like my African American friends and family members kind of like feel like, oh, we're kind of outsiders in Africa. And we don't know anybody. You don't know them.
No.
That's a misnomer. So I felt included. I felt celebrated. We even saw like these Zulu performers outside, and we took pictures with them, and they were doing the chant. Oh, I never like experienced that. There's some strong people, but yeah. So it was just a whole experience yesterday. Spending the whole day in Soweto in the township, learning about the history, what took place. There's some ugly moments in history that kind of like led to where things are. But we can relate as African Americans to where like we've come a long way. We fought really hard to elevate our community and our people.
Yeah, and they're doing the same.
Yeah. And there's that connection between us and just African people in general, but for situation's sake, South Africans.
Yeah. So let me ask you this: so would you say, here you are, you're here now, is not like something that you was thinking about or I'm planning to come or I always want to go one day. Now that you're here, would you turn around and say, hey, you African Americans over there who are maybe not even thinking about coming to Africa, would you suggest that they come to Africa?
You want to take this one, babe?
I'm just gonna show them the pictures.
Yeah.
But yes, I definitely recommend. I like everything that I've done so far. I'm like, my brother would love this. Like, he would enjoy this, and I feel like this should be like a rite of passage. Like coming
should be a normal thing.
Yeah, it should be a normal thing where you come and see, and it's not bad. It's a beautiful thing. The sun feels great.
Oh,
the
yeah,
weather's nice. The air is nice. The people are so welcoming, and the moment they find out that you're American or you start talking, they're like, "Oh, come here,
try this, eat this."
Come on, let me show you what's up, because they're so proud of their country, and I honestly don't feel that with America. And but I could see the connection and the proudness that they have for their country.
That's beautiful.
And you know what, they Maybe. I'll be here, be
You already said it. You said put out the atmosphere.
I did.
That was planned.
They cooked us. But yes, I would definitely recommend coming, and I'm excited to see other, Providence, South Africa, or any other country. Definitely is opening a door. It's like,
Yay!
Yeah.
what? Europe? Africa.
Absolutely. Did you want to answer that question, or are you this is sorted?
It's. I mean, hey, she sorted it, but I'm gonna have my little.
Yeah, you're playing.
But like I just want to reiterate that we're celebrating here, and that's very important because it doesn't seem like it seems like something that's so minute and so small because you don't experience being celebrated in America. The only time we get celebrated is when we're shooting a jump shot or kind of like getting typecast almost.
Yeah.
But here you get celebrated for who you are, and that is an experience that everybody needs to see for themselves and to do for themselves. So I encourage you, just take the trip. It's so much value, and like me and my wife here, like we still have five more days. 5 more days, and I'm sold on it already.
It felt like a week.
Yeah.
It's so good.
The days are very jam-packed.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
And so I know a lot of people, they come to Africa, they're like, well, I don't know where I'm going to stay. I don't know, is it really that nice? Because obviously we send you an itinerary, an electronic itinerary, so you can see it for yourself. But is it what is the itinerary the way we showed it to you? Is it like that?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. And they show up with the itinerary. It's not like, oh, I'm gonna pay a couple of dollars for some like free picnics and stuff like that. No, like we said before, like we went on a hot air balloon. We have a safari set up. We have like a jazz restaurant that we're going to later on this week. We have a spa day. Like we are.
They're on vacation. It's honeymoon.
Yes, honeymoon.
Yeah. I'll speak real quick. We can call it a vacation, but But what I think of it is just coming home. And this is how you should be treated when you come home. There shouldn't be stress and anxiety. It should be, I'm coming home to relax and be free to be myself and be celebrated because of who I am.
Exactly.
I like that. That's beautiful.
Again?
Oh, I was just gonna say.
Wait a moment.
I was just gonna say, like, from the moment we got here, we got picked up, no stress of finding the hotel. The driver knew where to go, did all the talking for us. It was definitely stress-free. No hands. We didn't have to put any hands in it. They took care of us. They're taking care of us. And I just want to say thank you for that because
it's a pleasure.
I'm being sold. Next thing you know, we move it.
That's all right.
But I will say, as far as the people here in South Africa, they're glad you're here. They're happy you're here. As you run into the different people as your time goes on, and then you meet people from the different cultures, they're just going to be happy that you came home. You said it earlier that you came home. That right there is a thrill amongst itself, like, because we're here full time, and people are like, wow, so you guys move here, so you're with us.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we're with you guys, and so forth. So it's good stuff. Do you have any?
No, I thank you. It's a pleasure. Pleasure's all mine. There's so much more for you guys to see in the next 5 days. I'll continue to check in with you and see how things are going. Please send me pictures of your time here, and hopefully we will see you guys sooner than later. I think you're already talking about other trips, so we'll get you sorted to visit some of the other provinces. So we'll get you squared away. That's what we do.
Yeah, one last question. I just thought about it.
Okay.
No, it's a good question.
Okay.
That's a good question. So, you both can answer individually or as a collective. So what's the real South Africa to you?
That's a good question.
Ooh, that's a good one. You need some time to think?
You go for it.
Say less. So I'll start by saying this. They can show you better than they can tell you. But for me, the real South Africa is none other than another home for us. Where, like I want to reiterate, like we're celebrated. And the community is there. Like people embrace you. You know, not just because you're in a situation where you see another black person, so you instantly connect. But you know, in spaces that is not our own, but more so like, hey, like if you don't speak, they think you're one of them. You know, they treat you, and when you do speak, they're like, oh wow, let me show you my culture. Like let me show you. And I feel like I've been engulfed in their culture. And community and stuff like that. And it was such a smooth transition for me as well because it's my first time, you know, for a first time experience here. So it's home. The food, like Nicole was saying, like the food, it wasn't just good, but the quality was better. And when you ingest like better foods and stuff like that, we're talking about health benefits. We're talking about it boosts your mood, it boosts your mentality, like it clears all the toxins that we consume and that we breathe in. Like back in the States, like it was almost like a cleansing experience for me.
And there was a burger. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't even burger. No,
And surprise.
Yeah, and like the food was good, and it was almost like a spiritual cleanse with that. And for me, and what I kind of came here like automatically thinking is just like, you know, I'm coming here to honor my ancestors first and foremost because I believe in ancestors and stuff like that. And I can almost feel their presence inside of me. Just being happy to just feel like the DNA being home because, you know, just a quick little theory, right?
Sure.
How DNA works is it splits in half, you know, with the mom, mother, and father.
Yeah.
But because something splits in half over and over, it never goes away. Correct?
Sure.
So when you think about that, it's you have DNA all the way down to the original man, right? And the way they walk, the way they talk, the way they live, the things that they like influences what you like, you know. And I take that and I feel, because I feel natural here, I know that my ancestors also felt natural here. And it's home. It's home.
It's a good answer.
Thank you.
I think he answered for me too. I'm gonna copy it on the test.
What he said.
What he said. Ditto.
It's home. It's home. I can dig it.
Excellent. Well, guys, as you guys see, you know, what we do here is pretty, I guess, earth-shattering, groundbreaking. We like bringing people who have never experienced South Africa at all, or Africa at all, and, you know, in their own words, can tell you what's going on here. Our company is set up to do exactly that, to make sure that when you get here, everything is taken care of. You don't have to worry about anything. We got a lot of support people that make it happen, and so forth. So, again, you know, there's at this point, it's just time to give us a call, book your date, and get here to Africa. Yeah, no, seriously, just get here to Africa, and we'll take care of everything from there. So hopefully we'll see you here soon in sunny South Africa.
Don't just visit South Africa. Experience the real luxury of Johannesburg. Stop scrolling through generic travel deals. You deserve more than a standard tourist package. You deserve the real heartbeat of Africa, wrapped in 5-star comfort. At therealsouthafrica.com, we don't sell tickets, we curate lifestyle experiences. From exclusive culinary tours in Maboneng to VIP access in Sandton, we unlock the doors that standard travel agencies can't. Curated luxury, every itinerary hand-picked for safety, style, and authenticity. Zero stress, private drivers, 5-star accommodations, and 24/7 support. The authentic pulse. Experience the culture of Johannesburg without sacrificing your comfort. Availability for our VIP packages is limited. Secure your seat at the table. Discover your luxury package.
Guys, I know you've been trying to get to South Africa, and we got the final solution for you. It's therealsouthafrica.com. As you see, we have packages that brings you to this wonderful country. So based off what you're looking for, based off your flavor, based off how long you want to be here, you get to choose the date that you come to South Africa, because when you go to our website, you book the date. You can say how many people are coming, it'll give you a price and all of that. But does this look amazing to you? Well, if it does, you need to think about coming to South Africa and have a really good experience, and to come with a company that's going to provide all the transportation, all the accommodations, 5-star, first class, all that. That's what it should be when you come to Africa. It shouldn't be a scenario where you are trying to figure it out, because we've figured it out for you. So welcome to the Real South Africa. See you soon. To the Real South Africa Travel and Tourism. This is one of the most amazing places in the entire world. Here you're looking at Cape Town, one of the most beautiful cities and always voted in the top 10 of the best cities in the world for tourism. And then of course, we have one of the major hubs for business, commerce, and of course, nightlife, fun, adventure, food, you name it, it's here. This right here is Johannesburg, South Africa. And then of course, we cannot forget the playground here in South Africa. I'm trying to tell you now, if you haven't spent any time here, that's probably the next best thing you could do, is come and spend some time in this beautiful city, which we like to call here in South Africa, the playground, Durban, South Africa. Of course, we have all these trips on our website that you can book in 6, 10, and 13-day packages. Of course, the beaches here are incredible. I'm trying to tell you, and then just the vibe itself. And then of course, the Durban cuisine is second to none. So you have some choices to make. Where am I going to take my next vacation? Where am I going to enjoy myself the best? Where am I going to take her on that special trip? You know, where do I want to go and see something different? Like I said, that's what you're looking at right now is Johannesburg, South Africa. Now, we all know that we've been told, hey, Africa shouldn't be on our bucket list anywhere. But after looking at this, I'm sure you're thinking, they told me it was something else. Well, this is South Africa. This is Africa. So come and have an amazing experience. We want you guys to come here. We are travel and tourism based in Johannesburg, obviously an African American, and we put together some of the best packages, things that you will do with us, you won't do with anyone else if you come in on tour. So we make everything easy for you simply because we plan everything, immaculately. So when you do arrive, you feel like a VIP, you feel like you exist, you feel like you should have been here your entire life. And I think that's why people keep coming back to South Africa, simply because they like Durban, they love Cape Town. Hard to make a decision which one is the best. But then again, there's always Johannesburg sitting there, making it difficult for you to choose. So if you will, reach out to us via our website, therealsouthafrica.com, and we can make your adventure here to South Africa amazing. As we like to say here, see you in sunny South Africa. Imagine a journey that awakens your soul. From Johannesburg's vibrant streets to Cape Town's breathtaking vistas, stand tall in Mandela Square, reflect at the Apartheid Museum, indulge in luxury hotels, and savor exquisite cuisine under starlit skies. This is the real South Africa. More than a vacation, it's the adventure of a lifetime. Book your dream trip at realsouthafrica.com and let your story take flight.
Time with us today. If you like what you saw, please subscribe and don't forget to hit the notifications button so you don't miss out on all things The Real South Africa. Thanks again.